hands up.
Mr. Wall! Mr. Wall!
Emergencies can be really scary, and they often come at times we don't expect them to, which is why our school is prepared for them. We have something called Code ADAM, which if you ever hear on the loudspeakers means that we are responding to an emergency. Our staff has been trained in CPR and basic first aid and the use of an AED so that we can help out people if we ever have an emergency, provide additional care. Now, if you ever hear Code ADAM, there's a few things that you should and should not do. We want you to be part of this too. We want you to help out. The best thing that you can do is to follow our plans immediately. Your teachers have a plan in place which they'll be sharing with you all in class tomorrow on what to do if Code ADAM is activated. You should report to your classroom and immediately go to the nearest classroom available. If you're in the bathroom, you'll want to go to the nearest teacher's room possible, immediately. Even if it's not a class that you normally take, even if it's a teacher you don't normally have, you'll be going to that classroom. Listen to the instructions of staff. We're there to help get you in a place where you'll be safe and a place that you'll be most effective. There's a few things that you should not do, things that if you do will make the job harder for us to respond when there is an emergency. The first thing to not do is to not communicate with parents or anybody outside of the school. Sending messages to parents might seem like a good idea because you want to let them know you're safe, but this actually can hurt our help of the person who needs help. Sending messages to parents can worry them, it can spread rumors that aren't true, and it can get false information to the medical responders, and they need to know only facts, which is why only we should be giving information outside of school. It also can cause parents to want to come to the school and to pick you up, which can cause delays for the ambulance because that can make it harder for them to come by. So it's best not to communicate with anybody outside of the school. You also shouldn't send messages to people in other classrooms because this can spread rumors, which can again cause issues. Finally, if an emergency happens, students should not stand around and watch. If an emergency happens, this is a moment for people to respond and help, for trained people to help out. If you stand around and watch, you can get in the way of the people helping, and it also invades the privacy of the person who needs help. So please, follow staff instructions and go to the nearest classroom where you can be in. If an emergency ever happens, which is always possible, we want to make sure that we can do our best to help the person in the emergency. We want you to be part of that. So, tomorrow, during class, you'll be learning about what Code ADAM is and what each teacher in each hour has planned if an emergency happens. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for being part of our Code ADAM response team.